What are you watching?
Hi, folks. Hi, folks. I want to take this moment to share with you all that I am now selling. I'm now selling all my potbelly pigs for half the price. The pigs are riddled with parasites and are mostly blind, but they make great pets and gifts for picnics. Each potbelly pig will now be $12 with a mail-in rebate. I also accept shiny seashells as currency. But besides that, I just picked up this new video game called Grand Theft Auto 5. Wow, it's really great, and let me tell you, I can't stop picking up the virtual hookers and then having my way with them. But the best part is when you let them go, you just run them over with your car and take the money back. It's a win-win situation. Anyway, if you have the space, please buy one of my pigs. I have too many, and it distracts me from playing as Franklin, the African-American character. I'm Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Please buy my pigs. I'd like to thank our merciful crowd for that response. And it is my pleasure right now to introduce our first guest. I have the privilege of performing with her many nights in the main room of the Comedy Store. You've seen her on Comedy Central and Girl Code. I think it was MTV, right?
That was on MTV.
And, of course, Chelsea lately. She's one of a kind. She's Annie Lederman, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, everybody.
Annie, I've got something I think our audience would be interested in. I heard that when you started or early on in your stand-up, you went on stage with a weapon in your hand.
Oh, that was more recently.
Tell us about that.
Sometimes you just need to bring a sword on stage. I don't know. You got to wake the audience up. People are tired. They want to leave. They're paying their checks. You got to slap a fake sword in front of them. You don't bring it up. You don't mention it. It's just for pacing.
Just for pacing.
You have to assert your dominance over the audience. They think they're better than you. They're not fucking better than you.
So it was just a sword?
Yeah, just a sword.
Yeah, okay.
And then these arsenal of jokes, you know?
Yeah. I also heard that you trained as an Olympic swimmer. What was that like?
No. I got in a car accident before. Wow, this just got dark. Hold on, let me put my glasses back on.
Oh no.
No, I was training for the Junior Olympics when
Yeah.
I was 12, and then I got in a car accident on the way to the new swim team, broke my foot, and I gave up swimming and decided to smoke cigarettes, smoke Newports, and start,
Enjoying yourself.
banging. So I started banging, yeah. But I smoked. No, it was Newport Lights and
Yeah.
nice Puerto Rican boys, but.
All right. So now.
I could have had an amazing career as an athlete, but I put all of that vim and vigor into my juvenile delinquency. So.
Yeah. Enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like West Side Story.
It was like West Side Story, except it was just one of me and so many of them, you know? It was like, I don't know how you call that a gangbang. But, I don't know, yes. Do you know that I was in Grand Theft Auto 5? Was that why you brought it up?
I didn't want to. I was going to let you bring it up.
I was like, is he making fun of me? Or is he making fun that I'm a piggy or a prostitute? Did you know that I was in it?
I knew that you were a role model. I mean, the word got from New York to Puerto Rico to Los Angeles.
Yes. No, I just kissed the Puerto Ricans. Come on.
Yeah.
I'd be pregnant by now. Let's be real.
Yeah.
No. I was a voice. I don't know if that was what you were joking about, but
No, okay.
it was a random thing. I was a voice in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Really? You really
Yeah.
were? Wow.
I played Cheryl.
Did you get residuals from that?
No, I made like $800.
Oh, that's theft. As many units
Yeah, they
as
really
sell.
put the theft in Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto, don't they? Well, it's fine. It was cool to be in it. It was an honor to be a part of it.
It was an honor to be a part
Yeah.
of Grand Theft Auto
Yes.
5.
Yes, it
Playing the
sure
voice
was.
of one of the hookers?
Cheryl, no, I didn't get to be a hooker. They don't want you to play yourself. So no, I was a radio personality with JB Smoove.
Yeah.
So we had a radio station called Chakra Attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it cool? Was it fun?
It was fucking awesome. Yeah, it was cool. You can listen to me while you're playing the video games, jerk off to it, do whatever you want.
Have you had any, like, anecdotal feedback from fans of the
People
game?
like it. People like it. I mean, I've never had anything. No one's ever been like, "You fucking sucked on Grand Theft Auto." I think people are just usually like, "That's cool," or they'll recognize my voice on
That's
a
what I was gonna
podcast
ask,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah, and they'll be like, "Were you Cheryl on Grand Theft Auto?" I'm like, "Yeah, bitch." My bank account does not show it.
Well, now you appeared in a sketch with Kyle Dunnigan.
Oh yeah.
And you started out doing
Daddy.
YouTube videos.
Well, I started out. You mean in comedy?
Yeah.
Well, I did. My first paid job in comedy was I used to recap The Bachelor.
Yeah.
So I would do these recap videos for Fox News Corp. Used to have an app that went out of business. Everything I've ever touched goes out of business. My college, the restaurants I've worked at, this place. But so I just did like little YouTube videos about that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Who made these credits? They should be fired.
Yeah. It's a fan of yours. Emily's a big fan of yours.
Emily, you fucked up, bitch. Emily, you're spread too thin. You need to fucking work on focusing.
Well, but working with Kyle Dunnigan?
Yeah, we just did a video. I just played his daughter in a video called Caddy Daddy.
Caddy Daddy?
Yeah, he doesn't like to gossip, but sometimes he has to. You have to see it. If you guys didn't see it, it's a reference to it.
So I saw something at the outside the California Pizza Kitchen in Brentwood that reminded me of one of your bits the other day. A woman was breastfeeding her baby in public.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
You talk about that.
Well, I was just saying, if the roles were reversed and guys had to do it, it would be like weird, right?
Yeah.
Because you'd be at a restaurant and then there'd like be a guy with a napkin over his lap. You're like, "Oh my God, sir, you can't do that here." And he's like, "I'm breastfeeding my baby," or "I'm feeding my baby," or whatever. It's a sucking your dad dick joke, but it's for the later crowd. It's too early for you to get it. But I don't know why he doesn't put me up earlier. It's so annoying. But
Well, you have an earthy approach to comedy. I mean, really earthy, and primal, and right off from the gut. But you were raised Quaker.
I was raised Quaker, yeah.
And how did that?
How did that lead to comedy?
Yeah.
Well, do you know what Quaker meeting is? Quaker meeting is the church on Sundays. Is you sit in silence, and then if you feel moved to speak, you stand up and talk in front of everyone. So that's where I did my first open mic in front of everyone at my Quaker meeting. Did all my dick jokes, you know. And they can't say anything because it's an accepting place. They can't get mad at you. So.
Well, something that I know was about maybe 20, 25 years ago. The Associated Press did a poll of Americans' theology without telling them what religion it was.
Yeah.
Okay. They polled, and more than 50% of Americans turned out they were Quakers and didn't know it.
Really?
Just from their belief
Just from what they
system.
believed?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Like, peace and love and success in business, that kind of thing.
Success in business, I don't know about that. I've never met a rich Quaker. I'm the richest Quaker around, and I need to borrow some money. I have nothing. I'm fupaing out. I'm nervous. Can you see my fupa in this? Hold on. They're like high-waisted, so then they like fat upper pussy area. If you're
Well, we hope you're enjoying your time here at Camel Toe Ranch. Well, what was it that made you decide just to pick up and go to New York from Quakerville?
Well, I was living in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I was drinking a bunch, and I wanted to do comedy. I wanted to do stand-up.
Yeah.
Honestly, I got crabs in college, and I was like, thought it was so funny. Like there was not a moment where I was like, "Oh no, I have crabs." I just was like, "Ah, I have crabs." I was telling everyone I couldn't believe it. I thought it was so funny I had crabs. And I went around and told everyone, and I was like, I should probably do stand-up if my instinct is to like
overshare.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, and then so I wanted to do stand-up, and then I was drinking so much, and I had a motor scooter, and I crashed my motor scooter blackout drunk. Which, by the way, riding a motor scooter blackout drunk, I'm not encouraging this behavior, but it is 100% my happy place and so fucking fun, but you can't wear a helmet. I knew the wind and the danger. But I crashed it really bad, and I cut my face open. I almost lost a nipple. I got road rash all over my tits. And like my pickup line to guys was, "Do you want to rub some Neosporin on my titties?" That was my line for a while. I'd be looking at you. I'm like such a ham. I keep looking.
Did anybody ever turn you down for that?
I mean, it was gross. It was scabby. So maybe they were like, ew.
But okay.
But they were like, okay, fine.
That's
All right, fine. We'll do it. But I had stitches all over my face and stuff. So then I ended up, I moved to New York because I was like, I think I have a drinking and driving problem. So I'll move to New York where I don't have to drive. And then I was like, I think I have a drinking and falling in front of a fucking moving train problem. So then I quit drinking after my first open mic. And then, so that's why I moved to New York instead of LA.
So how long have you been sober now?
Almost 11 years.
Fantastic.
10.5 years, yeah.
Fantastic. That's
Pretty
wonderful.
cool. I mean, I do hallucinogens. I'm frenemies with Bill.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, did you do blow as well to help accelerate the drinking? I did.
I was just thinking that you were gonna think this was blow. I wore this rock climbing, so but I was like, Argus is gonna be like, let me wear that. You can borrow your hat.
Yeah. We call it euphoric recall.
I did some. I know it's a free lapse. Whoops.
A free lapse. That's funny.
I did coke. I lived with some coke heads when I was drinking a bunch, and they would, I would always say no, and then they would be like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Okay." Like if you're gonna spell my name, I was like my name in cursive. I'm like, "Oh, that's so nice of you." Okay. But I just like to really get blackout drunk. I like to be fucked up.
Yeah.
I wanted to be as drunk as possible.
Yeah.
I would do coke maybe to drink a little more, but.
Well, how did it affect you? Like, say, did you ever have really good sets on stage while drunk?
I quit drinking after my first open mic.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm so lucky so blessed that happened at that time because I never have thought about drinking because it's so attached to my career, not drinking.
Certainly, yeah.
And I was able to put all my obsessive drinking into open mics in New York, so.
Well, I had a committee decide that I should be sober.
Well, and here they are.
Yeah.
They're making sure.
Yeah.
When I told my beautiful story, nobody clapped, you fucking assholes. I was like, I thought I'd get a standing O. I was going to crowd surf. I was like, aren't they so proud of me? But I never feel like drinking, ever.
Are you ever surprised? A lot of times I would think that I was the hardest and the toughest and the lowest bottom drunk there ever was. And then somebody will tell a story at the meetings and just make you look like an amateur.
Well, that's the issue I had with the meetings was I was always comparing myself with everyone where I was either like, you're not even a fucking alcoholic, you pussy. Like, what a fucking loser. Get out of here. Are you kidding me? You drank a little wine? Fuck you. Or there'd be people like, oh my God, the whole family died? I'm like, I don't think I have a drinking problem. I think I'm all right.
I saw a guy named Robert from New Orleans at a meeting in Santa Monica.
Oh my God, anonymous, just dropped that fast.
Yeah, about 15 years ago at a meeting in Santa Monica. And I never forgot this because
What was his last name?
No, I don't know. He looked just like the Cool Hand Luke character. What's the guy's name?
I just remember the
actor?
eggs.
George.
Oh, the main guy? Paul Newman?
George who?
George Kennedy.
George Kennedy. Yeah, George. He looked just like George Kennedy. And now listen to this. He's sitting in his car by the bridge at Lake Pontchartrain, and he's got a .32 caliber pistol in one hand, and he's got a bottle of Jack Daniels in the other. He's got 3 years of sobriety. He's mad at a woman.
Yeah.
Okay. He's just mad at a woman, and he says,
Fucking
"Am I going to
cunts.
kill myself or I'm going to drink? I'm going to do one of the two." But he said, "You know what? I love my sober friends so much. I'm not going to give alcohol the satisfaction.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and kill myself." So he puts the gun up to his chin, okay, pulls the trigger, right? The bullet goes through his mouth and out his nose and up through the car roof. And he sits there waiting to die, and all he does is clot.
Yeah.
Okay? And when he realizes
I'm plotting right now, by the way, if I'm acting like a bitch. Sorry.
And when he realizes what's happened, he says, "Okay, I know a sign from God when I see it." And he takes the bottle and he just starts drinking it. And you know what happens? And you know what happens? It comes out the bullet hole. He can't get any of it. And what does he do? Puts his thumb right there and finishes the bottle.
Now that's what I call taking a shot, huh?
Brought down the house. Wow.
Do you guys like my glasses?
Yeah.
It's a good look, right?
Exquisite.
Well, I watched Rocket Man, which I didn't care for the movie because it wasn't factual. That annoyed me. But I love Elton John so much that I've been watching all these Elton John YouTube videos, and I want to be like Elton John's the fucking man. He's so fucking big.
Yeah.
Shows you how cool he is all the time.
Oh, he was huge back when I was in college.
Fucking man.
I mean, tremendous talent. Tremendous talent.
Did you meet him?
Huh?
Did you ever meet him?
No, I jogged right past him, though, while he was singing in Beverly Hills about a year ago at a private garden party on Sunset.
Oh my God.
Yeah. found out later it was a big Democratic fundraiser or something.
Oh,
But
I
he
was going to say, I can't believe you jog.
You
jog?
You, me, addicted to endorphins? Did you
Yeah, I
not
know,
listen to
yeah.
the cocaine stories?
Yeah, do you like to be scared? You like the feeling of fear?
No, I like to do the scaring.
Yeah.
I'm one of those. Yeah.
You like fear in people's face.
I'm the alpha.
Because I feel like I went skydiving and it didn't feel like scary enough. I can't find like something scary enough.
Yeah.
That's what I'm into, but my friends are all like, pussies. I went rock climbing today. My friend can never get up to the top one. I'm like, no. He's like, I'm just so scared when I'm up there. I'm like, yeah, that's the best part. You gotta
Yeah.
It's scary. Did I mention rock climbing enough? I don't know if you guys know I'm a lesbian.
So, by the way, that reminds me, did you enjoy the Women's World Cup?
No, come on. I don't care. I wasn't really.
No?
I don't watch I haven't watched anything.
Oh, okay.
I watch like Survivor, the reality show.
Well, their campaign is equal pay for women.
Yeah, but isn't it like how much they make through it?
Yeah.
That pays them?
Well, here's what they're saying. They're saying the women get 13% of $85 million generated, while the men get 9% of $4 billion generated by the men's tournament.
Cut your tits off, bitches. It's our time. We have the power. We gotta cut our boobs off.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, they should pay me to watch soccer.
I know. I don't want to watch. I didn't know any soccer players were making money.
There's enough, on the internet, women with balls between their legs.
On the internet, there's probably a couple in the audience. Let's pick it. Let's pick the person. The photographer could be.
So where are you working next?
I'm at the Blue Room in Missouri, the weekend of August 17th. I'm also doing, August 1st, I'm at the Brea Improv just for one night.
I hear that's a good room.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go. So you can come see me at Headley.
Well,
That's short for headline.
I'll sure see you in the main room. Give it up for Annie Lederman.
Hi,
You were fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
So fun.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to stand up and take a picture together. Annie Lederman.